All right. So I'm going to give you the big overview, and then we're going to go through the buttons and knobs, and then we're going to talk.
Squat.
Then we're going to kind of talk the theory of all of how this works. So there's a digital snake that is in the back corner, unless it's been moved. It's back there. So everything on the stage plugs into that, and then from there runs up to here with the one Cat6 cable. So there shouldn't be a bunch of things plugged into the back of this board unless something has changed. Each one of these faders, beginning with the top layer and goes down, runs consecutively. You'll see this is actually 1 through 16, then 17 through 32. These are the inputs that are on the stage, and then the next layer is your auxiliary feeds, your effect sends, and then the last are your bus groups. So I'm going to just give an overview of what these are. The input channel strip is where you plug instruments and microphones into. Okay. So whatever's on stage, if you look on the digital snake, there's numbers 1 through 16 on the inputs. Whatever you plug into, number-wise, is going to show up on the board in the corresponding channels. If you go say, I need a microphone, and you plug it into channel 3, and you come over here, it should show up on channel 3. Now, the one good thing about digital boards, and also the confusing thing is because you can patch digital boards called soft patching, you can route anything to anything else. But we try to be very logical in the way we do things, so we try to keep everything in a one-to-one patch unless somebody just comes in and says we specifically need something changed. So know that you can change anything, but the way we've set this up, channel 1 is channel 1, channel 2 is channel 2, consecutive, to keep it straightforward and simple for anybody using it. Now, you may ask the question, when I look at this, you say there's 16 channels, but why are only 8 lit up? Because what we are on right this second is actually the inputs being fed from the video system upstairs that are routed to the various speakers that we have installed in here. So if you took the signal from upstairs and you played it here and you muted all of these, this is a mute button that I'm hitting, what you would only hear is the sound coming out of the left side speakers. If you turn this would be the center speaker, and these are the ones on stage, I believe, to begin with. So this is actually stage left, center, and stage right with these three. Then you have your subwoofer, and then you have your surround left and surround right, and then the rear left and right. And these correspond in the way that we did them to the way that we've installed them upstairs and downstairs. So there's a lot of speakers. I think we put like 22 cabinets in here. So y'all have a massive surround sound. It's really cool. I was very impressed when the whole thing came together. Okay, so that's the basic gist. Now you say, so why are there nothing over here? Because in this particular application, this is not a live performance setup. This is strictly for playback purposes, where the upstairs unit is feeding the console, and this is found in the setup over here. If you come into scenes, a scene is a series of things that have been programmed into the board that you want to recall. Like we do a lot of these in church settings, so we'll have like one scene that's Sunday morning, then we'll have another scene that's Sunday night, and then another scene that's Wednesday. Because they do different things in the church service, they want to route things in different ways that are suitable for what they're doing. So you would have a bunch of these in here. This could be Pirates of the Penzance, where they needed all lapel microphones and nothing else. And play back off of a CD track. Or it may be a live band that's coming in and they want the first 8 channels to be drums, then their bass guitar, and then their guitars, and then their keyboards, and then vocals on the end of the board. So it can be arranged in whatever is needed for the application they're using it. Once you've gone to the trouble of storing something like that, then you can go in and save the scene so that you don't have to go back and reinvent the wheel. The next time you have a band that comes in, you say, hey, we have a program already set for that. First 8 channels are for your drums, 9 and 10 is your bass, and then your 2 guitars and your 2 keyboards and 4 vocals, and it's all on the top layer, and we've saved it as a scene. So these are the things that we're going to go over: how to create these scenes, how to make everything function properly. Then the little more in depth will be how to gain stage, which is setting the volume levels correctly, because on the board you have a master gain up here for a specific channel. So this to note, whenever you press this button under the select, I think it says select, I put my glasses on, yeah. When it says select, that means that everything up here and this channel are now being affected because I've selected that one channel. When I select this channel, you'll notice, if you watch the lights up here, notice how the lights move based on the channel that I've selected. Can you see that? Watch up here in this area. As I move, you'll see that these lights are jumping, because what happens is all of this has functionality, But instead of having to duplicate all these buttons and knobs for every one of these channels, this is a utility strip that says everything here functions for each of these depending on which one I'm pressing.